Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? So just sort of play some Blitz. Right, it's just Alekhine's defense. So going shits and giggles, we are literally, I'm going to go balls out Blitz now. Okay, that's interesting. I can go here, but I think this is probably more correct. I've really made myself a problem with that. Okay, let's kick you away. So I'm 1352 in Blitz. My opponent, let me get the glasses of cleverness on. My opponent's 1282, and just got myself a pawn. Look at that. Right, he's looking to fianchetto his bishop. Let's take this one out and double his pawns. Haha! Not so clever now. And now it looks like we're going kind of reverse London. Okay, so he's defending this pawn. Okay, if nothing else, on every turn, just say what your opponent's doing. What did he do? So I've got a kind of reverse London system here, but I have no King's Knight, which would normally come here, wouldn't it? I think so. Okay, I have to retreat there. Still looking at this pawn, it's defended only by the queen. Let's attack the queen and attack this pawn a second time. And if I take that, it comes with check too. And then the king has to move. And I'm attacking this bishop. Wow! Lucky me. Check. Got you. You are in a world of pain. And I'm not even done anything. Now I have this, and now I have this as well. Yeah, that's not very nice, is it? Okay, this, and then the knight can come back. Oh. Well, that's alright. Let's trade off queens. That's better. Yeah, it's forced. Completely forced. So now what's the story, Morning Glory? I'm up a bishop. And a pawn. Clever me. Alright, cool. I might castle long. Get my rook onto this semi-open file here. Alright. Coming after my knight, are you? Okay, we can reroute around here, or maybe even here. If I come here and he pushes, I don't have to move yet, of course. Why don't I just develop my bishop? That looks like a good square, because I want to come here with frets. Frets are good. Right, now knight here looks great, because that's an outpost. Because he ain't got no C pawn, he ain't got no E pawn. So, looks like we are starting off with a result. Having said that, should never speak too soon. Right, rook on the open file, always nice. Okay, let's give it a check. I have a cup of tea. Push h6. Now, I can't like that idea if I put my rook there. I'm going to put my king on d7 as well. That's an important square to protect the penetration point. I think I've got checkmate now. Bingo! Well, that was a good start, boys and girls. Let's see if we can carry on. Where am I in the rankings? Number 74 out of 1,320. Oh well, let's go. My Blitz rating is now 1358. And we're going e4. Obviously. My opponent's rated 1450. Ah! Sicilian style. Okay, let's go. Right, I'm going to bring my bishop here. So this idea of just learnt with the Grand Prix variation. That is defended once. So I should bring my knight out. You quite often end up with this kind of light square pawn chain. So actually swapping off your own light square bishop for your opponent's good knight here, the c6 knight, is a jolly good idea. Right, so now the threat is knight here, but I can't mate because of that knight. So with this dragon setup, actually, I think from research I did the other day, long castles is could be better. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Knight, round. I think I might have brought my queen up there a bit prematurely. Okay, let's develop the bishop anyway. My opponent's playing quite quick. Oh! What's that about? Okay, I'm throwing Gary up. And now, if you see, if the knight comes back here, I've got that. But then the knight can come back there. Huh. So knight, okay, this'll do. Hang on. That's okay. Can't take on there because I first capture it as a pawn. And now let's do this. Okay, and now this. And now he's got to trade off his knight, hasn't he? Yeah? Which he didn't want to do. I do not believe you wanted to do that. Now. If I push, he pushes, he's hitting my bishop, but also he's improved his light squared bishop. Huh. How about this for an idea? Let's bust some stuff open. Okay, this is absolutely fine. Oh no. See what I want to leave that pawn there, you see. Right. It's one of those times where you have to call on Mr. Harry. A queen may take, which is fine. I'm not too worried about the queen doing any damage, so I'm going to try and do some damage of my own. Okay, that's mate. Therefore, ooh, can't play that. Oh, this is actually slightly annoying. Okay, so the king has to move. Queen can't come here, gets taken. Alright. Oh, ouch, ouch. Damn it and ouch. Right, here is mate. Here, rook there. So I think I have to come back here now, don't I? This is very unfortunate. And try and trade off some rook material. Get out of it. Now rook here and I capture, you see. Oh, wow, good checkmate. Wow, look at that. So I'm not going to analyse because can't be asked. So let's play again. Where am I now? Number 93. Number 95. Okay, my opponent is now 1722 and we have a Caro Khan. Okay. Fantasy variation is not the most common. Oh, not this one again. Okay, I'll take. Stops the knight coming out. Bishop to there. Alright. I have a bad light squared bishop. So I'm going to develop there. This is okay. Bishop comes in there, gets gobbled away. Okay, let's think about this knight. What can we do with this knight? Oh. Bugger. That was unfortunate. That's why my opponent's rated 1700, and I'm not. I check you. And if... hang on. Pawn takes, I can take with check and the bishop can't capture. And the queen can't capture that because he's in check. That could be interesting. And that could be interesting. And that could be interesting. And that could be interesting. No, maybe this. Okay, now I capture with check though. Oh. I can't resign. I actually can't resign. It won't let me. Oh well, buggered that one up. Okay, can I resign now? Yes. Right then. Next, where are we? 109. At the 1400. 1251 now. Ugh. What's this Mises opening? Oh, don't start this nonsense. Okay. Right. Welcome to punishing dumbass openings, he says. I like to reinforce my center. Let's bring out the other knight. He's letting me have a kind of ideal setup here. And then the big question is, do you want to put your bishops on these squares or these squares, you know? Right, I'm not concerned about that. That does not bother me one jot. I'm going to put this bishop here because he's got a little light squared pyramid. And I think, yes, take the pawn. Defended twice currently. Alekhine gets taken. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Defended only by the queen. Okay. Let's put my queen on a dark square as well. I don't like white's position right now. Okay, I'm going to just put my bishop on a square where it controls more of the board. Okay, now we castle long. Now let's step out the way of that. Okay, and that's just allowed me again to capture towards the centre, right? So I've now captured towards the centre twice. So my G pawn has actually become an E pawn, which is very good. And now I can hit this pawn, which can't go anywhere, right? And I can swap off. And the next question is how to recapture. I've got 3 pieces. If I capture with the knight, my knight can then come here, which is cool. If I capture with the bishop, I'm lined up with the rook and the knight and stuff like that, which is cool. Let's go with the knight then. In general, bishops can still be effective from a long way away, whereas knights are slightly blind and... oh, I've dropped a pawn. Okay. Oh, and you're attacking my queen. You bugger, right. Okay. I'm attacking the knight. I have a potential check as well with that. I can take the knight with check. He has to capture, but then he's got... that kind of opens up his rook. So we may not want to do that, precious. Okay. Defended by queen. Might come in here and cause mischief. But we'll see. I also have that and rook takes, which means he can't castle. And that's no bad thing. Okay, I don't want to come in here, because then I find myself trapped. Okay, so back into the middle of the board. Now I don't have that anymore because it's blocked. But I'm still fairly comfortable. I'm a pawn down, but I have a reasonable position. Okay, let's put a rook on the line with a king. And now you see this pawn is actually on prise because this guy is pinned. Aha. Now, where am I going to go with that knight? I can't do this right now. Just come back, I suppose. Maybe that might have been slightly better. Make it in a defensive position, but now this is still on. Okay. Now I attack you. Now see what he's doing. He realised that that pawn was actually hanging. This is okay, now I can take. Queen's the only defender of this. I'm not actually threatening. No, you didn't have to do that. Oh, you did not have to do that. Right. Queen back here, I suppose. Here. Okay, where's this knight want to come? It wants to come round, doesn't it? Ooh, yeah, I want to get rid of this pawn. Oh my god, they killed Harry, is the war cry. I'd love it if you do that. Okay, No, we're not playing that game. Let's go back here. No, I can't. I need to defend the knight. Alright, that's okay. This is defended, everything is kind of defended. Oh, but now that is an option. Maybe I should have... Okay, I want to come after this pawn. You're attacking my queen again, are you? You devil. Okay. I'll come back here, I don't mind. I'm not proud. Down to a minute 40. This guy's giving you a run around. So what I'd like to do is just really double up my rooks, maybe. Go after that pawn that way. This bishop is really constrained by this pawn. Not sure what you're doing there. Okay, I'm going to come around here and try and dislodge this knight, or go for a fork. Here I take. No, here I have to trade queens first and then take. Okay, so I'm going to come in here with my knight. And he's taken, and I'm taking. He's got an attack going now. Maybe H3, threatening to capture. All right. Right, he's just nabbed a pawn for the sake of nabbing a pawn. Okay, H3. This rook has to defend that rook from my queen. If he takes, I take with a queen, and he has to block with a rook. We shall see. Let's see what happens. Dogs are going nuts! Okay, now you can't take with a rook exactly right now. How about this? Maybe? This. 1 minute 03. Pre-move the recapture. Excellent idea. Our king to there. Okay, and I'm going to move my bishop now to here. Now first I'm going to put my king here. Just to be sure. He's guarding this square, because he's got two rooks lined up on that, you see. Okay, now let's come back here. Push the pawn, check. 1 minute 21, I'm going to try and flag this guy. Okay, you're attacking nothing. Right, so this. Might even just, yeah. Because here I'll take the bishop. I also have this, okay. Now the bishop could fall, but then I get the knight, so that's all right. 56 seconds for him, 37 for me. Right. I have a check and then I have this, which is cool. Check him anyway. Can't go there, so he has to come towards me there or there. So let's pre-move this. Ha-ha! You devil, I have you now. 37 seconds on 32. 31, 30, 29. I'm ahead on the clock. Yes, this is a thought. Okay, this is a thought. That, bang. This, no. Well, it's a check. It is a check. Takes. Right, he's up a couple of pawns, but doesn't really matter. If I can flag him. Okay, let's play that. He pushes his pawn and go here. I want to come in here and block. Alright. So nothing happening. 10, 9, 8. I've got 15 seconds. Okay. Huh. 4. Ah! Excellent. Oh, you played well in that one. Alright, should do another. Go on, why not? I'm 13-40 now. Let's go Danish. Said we're going to play balls out chess, and we are. So I have queen here. So now I'm threatening f7, check. So queen there or queen there is typical. So what do we do? I have that, pinning the knight. Well, surely that isn't brilliant. Okay, and now let's push that pawn. This is not a happy situation for my opponent. Take, he has to take that with the pawn, and he's buggered his pawns up really badly. He's got 2 isolated and a doubled pair. Okay. Right, I have to trade. Trade. Attack pawn, ready to castle, knight here. There's lots of lining up of thoughts. Here is a fork, and I want to castle as well, so let's go for that first. That's undefended. But this comes with an attack on the rook. Is it safe though? Kinda. Right. Okay, here. Threatens trade. Okay, well that's just a blunder because I'm forking almost everything. Well done. One more. Keep going. Duh, I forgot to see where I was in my score. Let's go Danish again. And that is what you get for pre-moving your bloody London system, you muppet. Someone said in a video I watched recently that, you know, you get the occasional London player that just pre-moves that bishop move and blunders their bishop, and it's like, duh. Okay, anyway, let's try and win this game with the advantage of an extra piece. Okay, well that forces a trade, eh? Because I'm attacking the knight and the queen. And now I've got a very tasty bishop. Okay, now I think queen here would be great, or here, because then we're targeting, guess what? F7. Now if he pushes g6, this is the wayward queen pattern, right? Patterns come up again and again and again. And now f3 targeting that a second time. And that, I think, is another blunder. You resign now. Threatening that, threatening that. So the only move is this. Okay, you're refusing to resign. That's okay. Let's just defend this pawn. I'm going to develop my knight. I'm going to castle my king. I'm just going to win. You're attacking my rook, huh? Well, it was a subtle attack, but my spy network figured it out. Okay, this, if you take, I've got queen takes. Oh, a check, huh? Well, okay. You're also attacking that, which is a pain. But then this, defended by the knight. Okay, now I castle. Actually, what you should have done is taken the knight and then the pawn. Now it's defended, and I'm going to grab that. Okay, well now you win the bishop. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to the topic in hand. This. Well, I could have just grabbed that pawn. Shoulda, coulda, didn't. This rook is effectively pinned. Okay, now we grab the pawn, and now I'm attacking this. But then I would lose, actually, because this rook would be undefended. Alright, let's come back here, defending the pawn. Probably want to bring my queen here and just tie everything together. Do you reckon? Not that one. So I'm up a bishop, and should we throw in a check just for good measure? Now if he comes here, I've got to check with a rook, and then I can double my rooks or something like that. I've also got that as well, which is kind of evil. Am I out of checks? I've got no checks here. Queen here, threaten this, and that's just checkmate. Alright, have it your way. Pre-move 3 capture there. This rook can now move, this guy here. Okay, he's got 3 minutes 13, come on. Oh. That wasn't very clever, was it? No, my love, it wasn't. Oh well, screwed that one up. And after such a great start as well. Okay, just pair these up. Get ready to push this, but he's going to beat me. In fact, that is almost winning. See, I can't take... Oh, what? What? What are you doing? Oh, right, he's going for this. Yeah, I think I can resign that safely, having blundered my queen. Where are we? 185. Let's try and get back in the top 100. What's it going to take? Better play than that. That's what it's going to take. Okay, 1600. I'm pre-moving. Okay, we'll go Budapest. And takes. Bring the queen out. Hit the queen. So this is like Scandinavian style now. And he goes all the way back. So we have ourselves what's called a lead in development. We have a pinned knight. And we've castled before our opponent has. In fact, this doubles his pawns as well, and it's on the side opposite to my king, where my king has already castled. Did I say I've already castled and you haven't? I think so. He's playing really quickly. He thinks he's just going to smash me. And he's probably right. He is high rated, but then you never know, do you? Right. Where do rooks like to be? In line with the enemy king. I can always come back here. So can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. No, 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 no. Back here. Still want to fianchetto that bishop. And he's trying to bring it, isn't he? You're bringing it. That stops off that bishop's ideas a little bit, and also if the pawn comes, we can just kind of trade a bit. Yeah, kind of like that. So rook there isn't possible at this time. Okay. Ha! That was good. There we go. Queen, bishop, queen, and the bishop is in there. So excellent play. And I've lost my queen, so we can safely resign that one. Because it's just for fun. Where am I down to now? 194. Plop. See, it's a speed of thinking that my opponent is, what, 1600, 1700 because, the Omega Gambit. I've never heard of that one. I think it might be a bit pre-movitis again. The Omega Gambit. Nope. Defended twice. No. No, I'm kicking you. Okay, capture towards the centre. I have an isolated pawn, but I also have a bit of a pawn majority here. If you don't do anything, I might even push and embarrass your bishop. Haha. If you come here, I'm kicking you again. Right then. Righty. Let's pin that knight. If I can prompt him to push the pawns on this side, then so much the better. Okay. Bishop here, it's developing and defending. And knight here. Pawn's defended actually 3 times. This knight is still pinned. Just kind of attacking that pawn a bit. Defended twice. Getting ready to castle. I have this now as well, because knight's not pinned anymore. Okay, let's do that. I might push this pawn, so if he takes, I recapture towards the centre yet again. Okay, so push this. He's got knight and queen covering that. As you see, look, in line. Right, my next default move is going to be to castle, but it depends what happens next. Okay, if I push, he's got knight takes. I'm pushing. Because I've still got this idea of somehow getting a pin on the queen. I don't know if that helps. Now if knight here... the knight can't move because it's pinned and it can't check me. Right, because the queen's undefended, it's actually pinned. And now this should win the queen and a knight. My opponent's 1467. Oh, it doesn't. It does not win the queen. Oh no. Right, now then. So what do we do? I thought I had him there. I thought I had him. There he can just take the rook, so that's pointless. Okay, I'm just going to castle. Okay, now he's coming at me. Takes, knight takes. That's kind of okay, but it is my good bishop. I don't want to lose that. Okay. Let's rewind a bit. thought I had you, and I didn't. This pawn's undefended. Okay. Whatever. I'd love to do that. So that he's got queen takes. No, not really. Oh, he's got two attackers on this. I've got two defenders. And this idea attacks the rook. Now is knight going to take, or is... My queen's defended, his isn't. Now, what I would love to do now is do something with this bishop and give check. Okay, so that's not happening. Alright, so we've got three defenders on there. I really want to position my queen to attack here, somehow. So I've got 1, 2, 3 attackers on this. 3 defenders. Actually, that pawn was kind of hanging, but now if bishop takes... it's not really a threat. Okay, now here, you might push again. Which case come back again. Alright, okay, interesting. So now he's only got 2 defenders on there and I've got 3 attackers. Have I? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. There. Knight wasn't really doing anything. What if I sacked it? Pawn takes, queen takes. Yeah, it's worth a go, isn't it? It's worth a go. Okay. No great danger. Alright, so that's... Well, it would be a waste of a turn to... Well, I'm going to have to recapture anyway, aren't I? No, I'll do it. Because it means that this pawn stays here, so I can always grab that one. Okay, that comes with check, and I have to move. Okay, now I want to do something dangerous. He's down to 1 minute 55. Okay, let's come here. Just for now. 2 attackers on there, but I can't capture, because if he takes knight take, that's mate in 2. Unless I push this pawn, which is a thought. I'm pushing the pawn. Okay, let's do this. Takes. Ooh, his knight's pinned again. Look, knight can't take, right? King can't take. Ah! Knight can! Oh dear. There you go, I'm just not that sharp. Not as sharp as some of these other guys. These youngsters. I've got check here as well if the knight moves. Check there. Queen can't block. Knight blocks, I'll come back here. Okay, check again. Check again. Check again. Haha, right. Oh, we can move again. So I'm looking for a check here maybe. I'll tell you what though, I've got my work cut out. Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, well done. Very, very good. Next game, down to 228. There we go, so much for balls out chess. Let's go Budapest again. Let's see if I can one day demonstrate the Budapest gambit trap. I would love to do that. This is an amazing smothered mate trap, okay? So knight out here or bishop out here, I'm going to play knight c6 anyway. Okay, now you can do this first, but I don't think it works. Okay, so now he wants to defend his pawn again. Okay, which he has now spectacularly failed to do. So let's do this now and see if he falls for that. No, he's not going to fall for that. So now I attack this. It's because e3 has been pushed now. The smothered mate thing isn't on. I've got 3 attackers on this pawn. It's defended only once. My opponent should not even attempt to save it. Okay, queen or knight? Knight, because knights like to be in the middle of the board and they'd like to move up towards the king. Right, I might castle now. I might fianchetto this bishop here. Not sure about that. Carry on with the plan. Okay. Let's do this then. Good. And we get fianchetto and we get to castle. And maybe target this. Don't think, having played c4, I don't think he's going to be castling queenside. I think he's going to go over here. And when he does, we want a welcome party waiting for him. Might be able to distract this bishop from the defense of that at some point if I capture this. Oh, he's gone long, you know. He's only gone long. Right, in that case I'm going short and we're going to storm the castle. Can you see what I can see? Oh no, my queen! Oh no, your queen. Oh no, my queen. You take my queen, Oh, wow, gosh, okay. Taken, it's forced. Rook has to capture. Then, now we're going to... No, we're not, hang on. If I take that... He gets my knight. We trade queens. I'm happy. Okay, let's do it. Didn't want to think about complications with that rook coming over as well, so... Okay, and now... Okay, I've basically got the exchange out of that. And now I push that and annoy the bishop. So, okay, we're up an exchange, which means... that I've got an extra rook for a minor piece. Okay, now we're going to push, try and squeeze the life out of this bishop, and the bishop is also the only defender of that pawn, so g5, bishop retreats somewhere, the pawn is mine. And then I can play f4. Okay, let's grab the pawn. So he moved the piece onto a square. He moved the pawn onto a square where it was. Okay, now this I think wins this pawn as well, or that one. This one. Okay, if you take, I just take. Not rook. Rook's doing a good job. Rooks love to be on the 7th rank. So now this, and I can, for example, snatch the bishop. I can snatch the pawn. I might want to put my king up here on a light square because my opponent now has a dark squared bishop, and it's a free pawn, and let's trade off. Absolutely fine with me. Pawn there, so this bishop has to defend that square forever, and now I'm just going to engage my rook. And now there's nothing he can do. Okay, so you have to go there and trade off your bishop. Okay, forced. I'm going to come here and create a force field to keep out my enemy's king. I move my king up the board and put my rook here. And now He has to go here, really. I bring my rook back, and there's nothing to stop this pawn going up. So now you can resign. Unless you're trying to fish for a stalemate, which would be dastardly of you. Okay, if I get a queen, he's got that, so that's fine. Or there. But really, you resign now, to quote Mr. Scheibel. Mate. Yes. Right, you guys, one for the road, and honestly, this is the last one. Rated in position 226 and 1338. One for the road, 1500. Let's do it. Caro-Kann again. Okay. Okay, so it's not Caro-Kann. Therefore, we're going to adapt what we're doing. Oh, what is this? He's playing checkers. What you doing? Okay. Attack, defended twice. Let's hit. Okay. And now you've slightly messed up your position, haven't you? Slightly messed it up now. Okay. Let's develop this. Do you? Yeah, well, there. It's fine anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm threatening this and trade off. Okay, bishop can't escape. Right, so we eradicate the bishop. I'm going to castle long and I'm going to throw pawns up the board. Right? Stop me if you've heard this one before. Okay, is he going to lose that pawn? Really doesn't want to, does he? Okay, let's go with this. I think Harry could be on a mission. Okay, I'll just put my rook here. Second defender. So he's got two attackers, two defenders. Therefore, if he takes, I take. He takes, I take his queen. No good. And in the meanwhile, while we've saved some time there, up comes our mate Harry. I think, yes. If he takes, I could even take the pawn. Oh, what? Right, okay, so he sacked the exchange there. Curious. Okay, he obviously saw that there was a crushing win. He was quicker than me. Alright, maybe rook here, bishop here, try and take that out. Okay, he's gone for this idea. Okay, queen. Where does my knight want to be? Here. Here, try and trade it off. He's got a bishop here and a rook here who are doing nothing. Hence why he's trying to engage them. Okay, so let's try and trade off the knights. So he's got all these pawns on light squares that he did at the start, and then he's only got a light square bishop. Okay, I'm just going to trade off. Yeah, absolutely trade off. Okay. On here, and now I'm going to make this bishop look really bad. I think by... So you always need to make a choice whether you put them on the same colour as the bishop, your pawns, in order to remove squares from said bishop, or... Okay, so now takes doesn't work. Okay, so let's engage the king. King can't get through here though, but I can get through there. So I'm going to do that. Now both of these pieces are now tied to the defense of this pawn, which also can't advance. So, okay, let's take it then. Good. Pre-move the recapture. Okay, this is now kind of vulnerable. Yes! Resigned. Okay, said that was the last one. That was the last one. You have been enjoying Balls Out Blitz for I think it's a Friday evening. Okay, thank you for watching it. You've enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon.